I know everyone has a dream. Mine is movies. I spent most of my childhood running around acting out scenes from larger-than-life heroes. It's funny, the things that played a large role in my childhood imagination have an equally strong impact to this day. This movie in particular had an especially powerful impact. It birthed the love of fantasy epics that had me and my little brother running through thick forests, stick sword fighting, and imagining incredible beasts and horrific creatures well into the lightning bug flashes of dusk. As I got older, this love drove me to watch movies and read stories about fantastical worlds. Then, one late night, I stumbled upon an artist whose pictures perfectly match the fantasy visuals I saw in my head. His name was Frank Frazetta. His vicious beast, seemingly unshakable heroes, and beautiful damsels cemented themselves into my mind. So I began to walk the large expanse of countryside I called home once again. Now armed with a vision of a story that had percolated in my mind for years. The thick woods became a primordial forest filled with mystical beings and creatures once more. The animals which call this patch of nature home provided the ethereal sounds of another world. Marching across the fields and winding my way through the thick greenery, the mystical tale came to me. So I began to write, letter by letter, sentence by sentence, page by page. And a few months later, I had my story. I had crafted a story that stretched centuries of time, which utilized every acre of land around me to its maximum potential. It had all the things that attracted me to fantasy stories years ago. Beautiful women, quick-witted heroes, and unspeakable evil. All played out on a vivid landscape that I could mold to suit my needs. As I began telling people about this story, they got excited and wanting to do anything they could to help out in the process. So I planned my sets. Then began to build. Battling venomous snakes, blazing sun, in 14-hour days, the sets slowly came to completion. My closest friend and confidant would make his way down on weekends to help shoulder some of the burden.
When Steve first gave me the script, I was a little skeptical, but after I read the story, I was pretty amazed. I just wish I could actually be here to put in the work he puts in. It's a lot of dedication. He spread his love for this film throughout his family, and we just want to reach as many people as we can.
I've seen the dedication that my son, Stephen, has, and through his dedication and his hard work, I wanted to give him as much as I could give to make this project a success. A parent, a good parent, should help his child as much as possible to help them realize a dream. And I know that this dream means a lot to Stephen, so just as it's his dream, it's also my dream. The theme of this movie really touches on a lot of things that I'm interested in.
My father's unquenchable thirst for native arts and culture helped hone my ideas for the world of my creation. Armed with the costume designs and headdress schemes I envisioned and drew out, my mother cranked up her sewing machine and put her seamstress abilities to the test.
And as a mother, we tell our children it can be anything they want to be. So once they try to start doing it, we have to be supportive. So that's why I'm doing it. This is what Stephen wants to be. That's what I want him to be, and I'll do everything I can to help him reach his goal.
My grandmother's deep pools of knowledge were dove into for ideas on transforming rudimentary items into necessary ornaments of the sets and characters I had envisioned. My little brother's charm, steely resolve, and willingness to give 120% for the sake of a story would once again be put to the test.
That was all right.
However, none of this would be possible without one person. My grandfather. He listened to my dreams and told me to never stop chasing them. His artistic brilliance he worked at from sunup till sundown, bought this expansive land we call home. As his life began winding down and he was no longer able to go out and do the work he loved, he still made art. Day in and day out, he pulled his body down here and worked on these little houses and listened to the art that I would hopefully one day make. So armed with the tools his calloused hands wielded to transform this place into his dream of 40 acres and a mule, and wearing the hat that kept the sun off his wrinkled brow, the day he and I talked about for hours on end has come, and it is time for me to mold this patch of trees and grass into my dream.